Nomar, 10 hits in his last 10 games coming into Saturday. Top two. There it goes. Solo shot, his second, and it's 1-0 Boston. Garcia Parra's 6 for 9 since the day off in New York Thursday, so obviously he needed the rest. His average up from 235 to 286. Top four. Nomar into shallow center. Manny Ramirez is waved home. Andrew Jones with a terrific throw. And what in the name of Wendell Kim is going on here? He's out. Fifth inning, Kurt Schilling in a jam. 2 on, 1 out, facing Raphael for call. And Schilling gets out of trouble. 1, 2, 3. Disposes for call. Next up, it's Nick Green. Schilling, the 6th hitter. He struck out 10, his 81st career complete game. Kurt Schilling is getting it done despite the ankle issue. 7-1 in his last 9 starts. Have a seat. Top 6, Bill Miller back from the DL. To right, Ramirez this time. Dale Swain, the third base coach, puts the brakes on. Whoa, Manny. 2 outs and the bases are loaded for the next hitter. Doug Mirabelli's got some pop. Hits it wicked hat. Grand slam, the 2nd of his career, his 6th home run this season. Red Sox win 6-1. Kurt Schilling, the stopper, halts the 4-game losing streak. And this is what he does. He has made each of his last 7 starts following a Red Sox loss. In those games, Schilling is 5-1, an ERA of 3.44. In fact, Schilling hasn't started a game following a Red Sox win since May 25th.
Game 2 Saturday at Shea. Jose Contreras against Cliff Floyd. OUT out. 3-run shot, 11th of the year. And the Mets take a 4-3 lead, but we're just getting started. 4-0 in the 4th. Runners in the corners for Miguel Cairo. Doubles to left field, making enemies all around the majors this week. Tony Clark comes around to score. John Flaherty chugs around third. Throw home is bobbled by his counterpart, Jason Phillips. Flaherty is safe. Yanks take a 6-4 lead. 6-4 in the 4th. 1 on for Ty Wigginton.
Game is tied.
Wigginton with a whack off Contreras. 2-run blast, his 8th. We're all tied up. 6-all in the 6th when Dan Wheeler finds Tony Clark's wheelhouse. Clark's 2nd of the game, 8th of the year. It's worth 2. He tied a career high with 4 hits. And the Yanks take an 8-6 lead into the bottom of the 6th. But on the very first pitch, Richard Hidalgo far. Mets only down 8-7 on Hidalgo's 6th in 14 games as a Met. He's also 9 for 19 with 4 homers and 7 RBIs in 5 games against the Yanks. Mets down 8-7, bases loaded. Shane Spencer doubles off Flash Gordon down the left field line. Kaz Matsui scores. Cliff Floyd comes around to score. Spencer, the longtime Yankee, 2 for 4 to give the Mets a 9-8 lead. The Yankees blew 3 2-run leads in this game. In the 8th, 2 on, 1 out for pinch hitter Ruben Sierra, down a run against Ricky Bottalico, but that will bring in Bernie Williams on the sac fly. Spencer's throw a little off target. Williams slides in, and we tie it up at 9. Next batter, there's Cairo again. Bottalico throws ball 4, about 56 feet. Tom Wilson did a good job to stop it. Sends him to first. Next batter, full count to Derek Jeter with runners in the corners. Jeter hits it to right, but not deep enough. Hidalgo squeezes, inning over. Keep it tied at 9, heading to the 9th. Jason Giambi pinch hitting in the top of the 9th, parasite and all. Doubles off John Franco down the right field line. Giambi out for a pinch runner, so he and the parasite back to the dugout after a job well done. After an intentional walk to Bernie Williams, there's Clark, grounds one toward third. Ty Wigginton knocks it down but can't make a play. Did save a run. 43-year-old Franco in a jam, bases loaded against Jorge Posada. Ball 1 in the dirt, ball 2 outside. Ball 3 is low, 3-0 count. Franco needs a strike, and he just got one. Strike 2, called. Oh, maybe a little inside, full count. And Jorge Posada called out on strikes by Chuck Merriweather. Never took the bat off his shoulder. Franco's fired up. Posada's fired up because he's got a beef. And Joe Torre comes out to hold him back as he needs his only catcher left. Ball perhaps a little low, and temperatures now rising. Bottom 9. Tanyan Sturtz on the mound. No safe situation for Mariano Rivera. Leadoff man Kaz Matsui gets the free pass. So after a pop out to Mike Piazza, Sturtz walks Cliff Floyd. Rivera can't do a thing about it from there. Next batter, Hidalgo gets plunked right in the gut to load the bases. Next batter, Shane Spencer, the long-term Yankee. Spencer just got a piece, dribbles, and Kaz Matsui comes home from third. Sturtz tried to field it, tried to shovel it, couldn't do it. The Mets have won 3 of 5. They're a win away from their first season series win over the Yanks.
Probably the softest ball hit all day won the ball game. So it's not how hard you hit it, it's where you hit it, I guess.
I just think that it was good for the city. I think it was good for everybody. You know, I really enjoyed it. This is the first time in a while I've seen the fans go this crazy in our stadium.
You tip your hat. They scored the run that gave them the W tonight, and we'll come back out ready to go tomorrow.
So the Mets, ranked 29th in team batting average entering Friday, have suddenly caught fire with 25 hits and 21 runs scored in the 2 games so far. And after being ripped by Donald Trump in the Budweiser hot seat of all things, Kaz Matsui is 5 for 9 with 6 runs scored in the first 2 games. Mets try for their first ever sweep over the Yankees Sunday afternoon. Jim Thome, who's been red hot, was just awful. 0 for 8, 5 strikeouts. In the 8th Saturday night, Thome grounds it to short and he gets a little break. The brutal hop past Louis Lopez, Thome's only hit 4 ABs. He also struck out twice. Next batter, David Bell, ding. 2-run shot. Bell's 11th of the year. Game tied at 6. But Phillies score 1, so they hand it over to Billy Wagner in the 9th. But Javi Lopez, a .545 hitter with a homer in his career against Wagner, and that is deep. Got around on it. It's high deep. It is not, however, gone. It is foul. Left to the pole. Wagner and the Phils hang on. They win it 7-6. How about the Tribe and the Reds battle for Ohio? Bottom first, no score. 1 on Scott Ellerton. Your pitcher, D'Angelo Jimenez. Hasta luego. 6th in the season for him. Redlegs take a 2-0 lead. Bottom 7, Reds up 4-2. Rick White on the mound, facing Barry Larkin. Larkin thinks he's got a base hit to right. Jody Garrett thinks otherwise. He's a contrarian. However, the Reds win the game. They hang on 4-2.
Marlins trying to snap a 3-game losing streak, hosting Tampa Bay. Top 3, this is Victor Zambrano trying to bunt a runner over. Takes the first pitch. Strike 1 from Brad Penn. He fouls off strike 2, so now he can't bunt anymore. But you know what? That's not really an issue. Down the right field line, RBI double scores Toby Hall as Zambrano tries in his first career run, gives himself a 2-0 lead. Here he is working Alex Gonzalez in the bottom of the 4th. Nasty slider. One more slider ought to work out okay. And then Gonzalez gets him on 3 straight, swinging and misses. Bottom 6, he rings up Miguel Cabrera. Victor Zambrano allowed just 4 hits over 7 shutout innings. He's now 9-4. Hasn't lost since May 15th.
Just 2-6 when starting at night, and this was primarily a night game, but he gets D. Brown, then Ruben Mateo in the 3rd. Another strikeout. Daryl May's got to go. Then Eaton gets Jose Bautista, one of his 3 Ks on the night. Eaton 5 straight strikeouts, and he had a no-hitter through 6. Padres had never had a no-hitter. The 7th, Ken Harvey, liner right back to Eaton. Unbelievable catch. The reactions might have been a hit, might have taken off his head. And you're thinking at that point, well, this could be the Padres' night. 7th, 2 outs. Eaton against Angel Baroa gets him. No-hitter through 7. Into the 8th. Nobody out. D. Brown. Oh, and that is going to make it to the track and bounce. It's a hit. It's a double, in fact. Petco Park crowd loves their man, though. 43,000 strong, giving him a standing ovation. 7 straight no-hit innings. Top 8, 2 outs, runner on second. It's Graffinino against Aki Otsuka, and Tony Graffinino has busted this thing open. 2-run shot ties the game at 4, so not even a win for Eaton. 1 out, Khalil Green against Scott Sullivan now. Fly ball, runner tagging, Matt Stairs throwing home. And the ball hits Ken Harvey in the back. Kerry Robinson scores in the sac fly. Watch it again. Ken Harvey, the first baseman, supposed to get out of that ball's way. Got him right in the back, and that's the way the Padres won it, 5-4. So the Mets and Padres have now gone the longest without a no-hitter.
Orders the free pass, and Bonds has walked for the 2,189th career time, only 1 shy of Ricky Henderson's record. Top 7, Dustin Hermanson gets Mark McLemore with 2 outs and runners on the corners. Hermanson leaves after striking out 11 in 7 innings. Top 8, Damian Miller to right. Michael Tucker can't get there. Jermaine Dye comes in, and we are tied at 2. It was 3-2 A's in the 9th. Former Red Sox great Scott Hatteberg comes up here. This is going to short center, and Ray Durham. Well, Ray Durham had himself a tough day. He said afterward, I didn't see it. Yeah, his second error of the game, a 4-run Oakland ninth. They win 6-2. Barry Bonds has his 4-game homer streak snapped as the Giants lose at home to the A's. From Tiger to Tigers in Colorado, top 5, Eric Munson.
Very clever.
Yes, thank you. Off Jason Jennings, breaks his bat and still knocks it out of here. I'd like to see that again, actually. The bat goes flying, so does the baseball. Munson's 11th of the year, makes it 5-4 Detroit. There's the bat. That clears the infield as well. Bottom 5, Rockies down 6-5. Preston Wilson off Mike Maroth, his first of the year, 7-6 Colorado. Maroth gave up 7 runs on 12 hits and 5 2/3. Top 9. There's only 2 out, but they turn the sprinklers on anyway. Tigers have lost 3 in a row. Oops.
Cards are eating American League teams for lunch this year. Bottom first, Cards down 1-0, but not for long because they've got Albert Pujols. Layer down, smack him, yak him. 21st of the year. Randy Wynn thought he had it. He did not. Cardinals lead it 2-1. Top 4, Jason Marquis pitching well. 5-0 in his last 6 starts. Got a little help from Mr. Pujols. New to first base this year. He's a full-time first baseman now. Nice toss to Marquis to get his man at first. Next batter here in Boca Chica. That's grounded to third. And you know Scott Rowland will scoop that up. The Gold Glover gets Boca Chica at first. Cardinals out of the inning unscathed. That's what D will do for you. Bottom 5, Cards up 4-1. Jim Edmonds making his first start in center field in 8 days thanks to a groin issue. Went 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs.
His Astros debut, he came over in the Richard Hidalgo trade, but in the 5th inning serves up a 3-run shot to Gary Matthews Jr. Matthews 4th of the year, makes it 3-1 Texas. 4 batters later, it's Kirk Bullinger now in there. He serves one up to Alfonso Soriano, a 3-run shot, number 13 for Soriano. And the Rangers, with all that offense, are up 6-1. Bottom 5, Jeff Bagwell to short. Lots of offense. The defense, not so much. No play from Michael Young. Loads him up for Morgan Ensberg, who just ended a 213 at-bat homerless streak on Friday, and he's still feeling it. Grand slam off Ricardo Rodriguez. Astros within 1. Ensberg's 2nd home run of the year. Still bottom 5, Mike Lamb, pinch hitting. To right, Adam Everett will score. The throw home to get Raul Chavez is not quite in time. Nice work there. The 2 teams combined to score 13 runs in the 5th inning. Rangers down 8-6 in the 6th. Here's Michael Young. A 2-run shot is 11th. Ties the game at 8. They are loaded in the 6th. Chavez. Double play ball. You got to turn 2 here, but they cannot do it. As we said, the Rangers, the defense, not there on Saturday. The Astros win it 10-8 on that play. Houston has scored 17 runs in its last 2 games.
South side, north side, White Sox and Cubs tied at 2 in the season series as Saturday's game began. Ray Ordonez in the first. Ray Ordonez is just muscled up. First of the year and the 12th of his career in nearly 3,100 ABs. 2-0 Cubs. 2 batters later, Moises Salil, a little something for the peeps. His 19th of this season. 3-0 Cubs. Top second, some sort of system rolls into the north side. Get out the tarp, get used to that. After a 2nd rain delay in the 5th, Frank Thomas pinch hitting with runners in the corners, and Greg Maddux sends him back to the dugout. The 5th, still raining. Sammy Sosa, bop, and hop. 14th of the year, 4-0 Small Bears, and that was the last at-bat before the 3rd rain delay of the game. This one lasted 58 minutes before we could pick up the baseball again. Top 6, Maddux against Jose Valentin. 2 on, 1 out. Valentin with a base hit to left center to bring in Willie Harris. 4-1 Cubs, but Maddux would get victory number 296 with a little help from the elements, because with 2 out, runners in the corners, Joe Crede flies out to left. Sosa, actually right field. Sosa battles the rain. Cubs have won 3 straight and 6 of 7 at home. Dodgers and Angels picking up their freeway series, and in the first 3-0 Anaheim down. Edwin Jackson against Vlad Guerrero, and you're so not catching that. Dead center, number 20 on the season for Vlad. RBI 70 and 71. Jackson, by the way, left the game with an elbow injury. Bartolo Colon getting creamed of late his last 5 starts. In the 3rd, Adrian puts the belt in Beltray. Solo shot, his 2nd of this game, 21st on the year. He was 2 for 3, hitting .327. In the 8th, Jose Guillen against Guillermo Mota into the hole. Cesar, his Taurus, has got his back. Mota with a little tip of the cap. Thank you very much. Bottom 9, Dodgers still have the lead, so you know what time it is. It's Eric Gagne time. Roll the animation. 83 consecutive saves and counting. David Eckstein He counts for out number 27. The Freak was perfect in the ninth. Rubber game on Sunday. Dodgers win this one 8.